Hello and welcome to News Now. A federal high court in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, has sentenced 3 Boko Haram members to 25 years imprisonment each. The 3 are Ali Mohammed, Adamu Karumi and Ibrahim Usman. They were among the 17 suspected Boko Haram members arraigned before Justice Ibrahim Buba on an 8-count charge of conspiracy to commit terrorism, illegal possession of firearms and of being members of a proscribed organization. Though the 17 men had all pleaded not guilty to the offense, only Mohammed, Karumi, Usman and the 4th defendant, Haruna, had stood through the entire length of the trial. Justice Buba, who pronounced them guilty of the offense, subsequently sentenced them to a prison term of 75 years to be shared equally. Now, following mixed reactions from a cross-section of Nigerians on the centralization of the issuance of the tinted glasses permits, the Nigerian police has announced the decentralization of the process to commissioners of police across the country. Acting Inspector General of Police Sulaiman Abba, who delegated the power to commissioners of police in charge of state command, said the service would have a multiplier effect on the people. Abba said such permits reserve same authority as those issued by force headquarters and are valid across the Federation. Before now, only the Inspector General of Police was authorized to issue the permits. At least 3,700 children in Guinea, Liberia and Sierra Leone who have lost one or both parents to Ebola this year face being shunned, the United Nations has said. The figure of the number of Ebola orphans follows a 2-week assessment mission by the UN Children's Agency to the 3 countries worst affected by the outbreak. The assessment tour revealed that children as young as 3 or 4 years old were being orphaned by the disease. Children were discovered alone in hospitals where their parents had died or back in their communities where, if they were lucky, they were being fed by neighbors, but all other contacts with them was being avoided. The World Health Organization says more than 3,000 people have died of Ebola in West Africa since its outbreak early this year. Countries worst hit by the virus include Liberia, where 1,830 persons have been killed by the disease, Sierra Leone, and, of course, Guinea. The Nigerian government has sealed a €15 million financing agreement with the European Union to support elections in the country. Minister of National Planning, Dr. Abubakar Olaraju, said the move is consistent with the EU policy on its agenda for change for the country. The minister signed the agreement on behalf of the federal government, while the EU head of delegation to Nigeria, Michel Arion, signed on behalf of the organization. Olaraju, who commended the EU for the support, said the fund will help strengthen strategic planning, policy and operational capacities of the electoral management body, as well as the improved legal framework for elections. Nigeria is due to hold general elections in February next year. Former head of state of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, has formally confirmed that he would be running for the presidency in the 2015 election under the platform of the All Progressives Congress APC. Buhari said he decided to run because the People's Democratic Party-led administration from 1999 till date has not done enough to develop the country. The former head of state, who was speaking when he addressed about 60 different groups urging him to run for the presidency, said he would make his formal declaration on October 8. He had contested presidential election on 3 previous occasions but lost to the PDP candidates. It's now setting that Buhari will vie for the APC presidential ticket against former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who has also announced his intention to run as well. Nigeria's main opposition party, the All Progressives Congress APC, has criticized the country's election body, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), over its timing of cautioning against illegal political campaigns, saying the commission acted, quote, too little, too late. National Publicity Secretary of the party, Lai Mohammed, in a statement faulted INEC's action, saying it is highly suspicious because, according to the party, it's coming after the PDP and President Goodluck Jonathan have been campaigning endlessly for the 2015 elections. The Independent National Electoral Commission on September 26 had threatened to deal with political parties, groups and individuals who engage in illegal campaigns ahead of the 2015 general elections, an action the APC has faulted, saying such caution can only be to the disadvantage of other candidates and political parties. The party said that the move by INEC is simply a ploy to give undue advantage to the PDP and its adopted sole presidential candidate, President Goodluck Jonathan, in next year's election. APC described the move by INEC as unbecoming of an election empire that expects to be taken seriously. It said the caution by INEC was coming rather too late. We'll take a break here. When we return, News Now continues.
The new thing in music is African music. It's fresh. It's very, very energetic. Hey, what's up, my people? They call me Two-Face Idibia. And right here, right now, it's One Love all the way from Afrima. Everybody, come out, come out, come out. Afrima Awards. Come out. One Love. Yes, sir.
Lower than the wheat of the desert, lower than the depths of the ocean, further than the ice can see. When we talking spirituality, open your eyes, spiritually, free your mind from hate.
Nigeria's ruling People's Democratic Party, PDP, has said nothing will stop the inauguration of its candidate and governor-elect of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose. It also called for a full investigation into the activities of some officers of the Ekiti State Judiciary whom it said were involved in the recent crisis in the state. PDP National Publicity Secretary Ulisa Metu, in a statement in Abuja, accused the opposition All Progressives Congress of an underground plot to stop the inauguration of Fayose, who won the June 21 Ekiti State governorship election. Metu said the APC has gone notches up in its awkward quest for power by inciting violence and outlandishly calling for the arrest of the state governor-elect. The PDP alleged that the APC, in its desperation for power, has shamelessly designed a heinous plot to compromise certain judicial officers in order to stop the inauguration of Mr. Fayose as the democratically elected governor of Ekiti State. The PDP spokesman said any action capable of stopping the inauguration would be an assault on democracy and an attempt to rape the judiciary. Now, members of the Alliance for Democracy today held a special prayer session for Lagos State. Tagged Let's Pray for Lagos, the members converged at the National Stadium around the Surulere area of the city, where they prayed for peace in Lagos as the 2015 election draws closer. The members cut across different religious groups. Now, leaders of the party say the essence of the gathering is to pray for those that are currently managing affairs of the state and to also pray for the upcoming 2015 elections. They denounced the use of thugs during elections.
We want to pray for Lagos. We want to pray for the people there, for the government, and for everybody in Lagos, especially for the impending general elections coming in 2015. We want peace in Lagos. We have started it here in Lagos. We will go all over the place to pray to God to bring peace into our land, especially before, during, and after the general election.
We are already, though INEC has not declared that election has started, but we are already itching towards election period, and we believe strongly that if we start with a prayer, we might have a peaceful election come 2015, because we don't have any other person that we hope on than God. Some people put their hope on human being, but we put our hope on God. That is why we are organizing this. And whatever that starts with a prayer ends well. That's why we are starting with prayer.
What we have done today as religion leaders, they should do it as political leaders. They should also come together. They should tell their followers that they are one. They should tell their followers to embrace love and peace. They should do politics without tears, politics without bloodshed, politics without cry, politics of love, progressive politics, the one we experience, and the one we had from the history back to the time of our memorable leaders.
I'm actually here, along with other ministers of God, to pray for the peace of Lagos and particularly peace of election in 2015. About this time is the right time we could, because almost everything is going wrong. If a little state like some states in Nigeria that are having some problem now because of one election, then we need to call on God to help us. Let him take control, because in the book of Daniel, the Lord said, he is the king that takes control in the affairs of men. And in Psalm 75, verse 6 and 7, he said, he's the judge that sits up there, promote one and put one aside. Until when we allow the chief judge himself to take control, so election is selection. So until the divine God himself selects who he wants, then he will make it our choice. When we pray into him, he will minister to our hearts. Then those who are coming in, we also have the fear of God in mind, then serve properly.
Nigeria's Secret Police, the Department of State Services, DSS, says it would appeal against the judgment of a federal high court which ordered it to tender an apology to the former minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nasir El-Rufai, and to pay him the sum of 2 million naira in damages for unlawful detention during the governorship election in Anambra State in November of 2013. Presiding Justice Ibrahim Bature Gafai, while delivering his judgment, held that the DSS has no statutory powers under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria or under any Nigerian law to detain El-Rufai without showing cause to a court of competent jurisdiction. But Deputy Director of Public Relations, DSS, Marilyn Oga, in a statement on Tuesday said the 1999 Constitution empowered the service to detain any suspect for not more than 48 hours before recourse to a court of law. She said in the case of El-Rufai, he was not confined or detained for more than 2 hours. Now, they say there's no end at all to the quest for knowledge. Well, that saying seems to apply aptly to Nigeria's former president, Olusegun Obasanjo. He is now formally registered for a Master of Arts and PhD degrees at the National Open University of Nigeria. Obasanjo registered to study Christian theology in the School of Arts and Social Sciences of the university. Vice-Chancellor of NOAN, that's the National Open University now, Professor Vincent Tenebe, commended the former president's quest for higher education, saying his action so far has served as a boost to students. He said the former president is a leader to be emulated for his quest to see the development of Nigeria through the new technology in education. Obasanjo got his first degree at the institution some years ago, and now he's decided to go 2 steps further. Food for thought there, you would say, for those who think they are now too old to go back to school. Director General of Nigeria Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Aroma Ote, has been unanimously returned unopposed as chairperson of the African Middle East Regional Committee, AMREC, at the 39th Annual Conference of the International Organization of Securities Commission, ISOCO, in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. According to a statement from SEC, Ote was acclaimed as chairperson to head AMREC for the next 2 years based on the qualitative leadership she has rendered over the years. With the development, Ote is to serve on the executive committee, the highest decision-making organ of the global body, for the next 2 years. In her acceptance speech, the SEC boss pledged more work and commitment and better representation. To sports now, the Delta State Football Association chairman Amaju Pinnick has emerged new president of the Nigerian Football Federation in an election which held in Warri Tuesday. In the first round of the election, Pinnick came tops with 25 votes as Taiwo Ogunjobi pulled 9 votes, while Dominic Iofa and Amanze Uchegulam secured 6 and 4 votes respectively. He emerged president of the football body after winning with a simple majority in the second round, polling 32 votes. Dominic Iofa came second with 8 votes, while Taiwo Ogunjobi polled 4 votes. The election will hopefully put an end to the crisis that has rocked the Nigerian Football Federation for quite a while now. Well, we can only say congratulations to Amaju, and let's just hope we don't have any more crises in the Nigerian Football Federation. That's it for now on News Now. We thank you very much for watching. We're back again shortly.